Breaking news now. Think tank concludes that Putin is making decisions ignoring the military. According to a new report, Russian leader Vladimir Putin is making crucial decisions regarding Moscow's protracted war in Ukraine with little to no input from Russia's top military officials. The RAND Corporation, a nonpartisan research institute specializing in international policy, has come to the conclusion that the Russian president is increasingly making his decisions in private. Putin is making key decisions largely on his own without substantial influence from the Russian general staff, it continued. Experts from the West have said time and time again that one of Russia's military's biggest problems in Ukraine is that its soldiers are afraid to report bad news or negative developments on the battlefield to their superiors. Appears to have made little use of economic or military expertise, the report states about Putin and his closest advisors. According to RAND analysts, the Russian president has narrowed the funnel of information that reaches him, in order to silence any dissenting opinions, such as those of ministers and diplomats. Reports of purges and command changes at the highest levels of the Russian military have also plagued Moscow's war effort in Ukraine. In late August, the Kremlin removed General Sergei Surovikin as the head of Russia's aerospace forces. The report claims that he took the crises personally, allowing his emotions and anger to cloud his otherwise logical decision-making. As the invasion of Ukraine began on February 24, 2022, experts predicted that Russia would be able to finish the invasion within a week and a half. But this didn't happen because the Kremlin was blindsided by what experts are calling Ukrainian defiance. Western analysts have long maintained that Russia made several significant errors in the early stages of the war, including in how it deployed its tank crews, resulting in heavy losses of experienced personnel. Both Russia and Ukraine have suffered heavy casualties in the months since Kyiv launched its counteroffensive in early June, and the war is now entering its second winter of all-out conflict. Ukraine's armed forces said on Thursday morning that they had successfully repelled Russian attacks around the villages of Klishchivka and Andriivka, two settlements near the devastated Donetsk city of Bakhmut. On Thursday, the Russian Ministry of Defense reported that the southern grouping of Russian forces had suffered losses of 2 tanks, several armored vehicles, and about 30 fighters near Klishchivka. Unfortunately for Newsweek, we were unable to confirm these numbers. There has also been heavy fighting along the southern front lines, in the occupied territory of Zaporizhia. After advancing past Russian defenses near Robotyne earlier this month, the Ukrainians now have their sights set on the town of Verbov. However, the RAND report found that Putin has been more hesitant to escalate, particularly against NATO, than was generally assumed before the war, even though many decisions may have been out of the hands of Russia's general staff. Concerns about an escalation of the conflict have plagued discussions about the military aid Ukraine has requested from its Western supporters. The leader of the Kremlin is unpredictable, according to analysts, adding another layer of uncertainty to the situation. Underestimated Russia's fear of NATO and accompanying hesitance to confront NATO directly, RAND said of the Western countries supporting Ukraine.